In this video, I'm going to be sharing my symbolic and numerological breakdown of Charlie Kirk's death. Now, take it with a pinch of salt. This is my interpretation. You can come to your own conclusions, but I'm simply going to be sharing what I see with my research, years of research of occultism and symbolism. I'm going to be sharing what I see and how I see this incident. Now, I'm not going to give you a full breakdown of the ritual, which I think it is, because that would get my YouTube banned. Okay. But I'm going to give you the numerology behind it. If you want the full breakdown, I did a full breakdown of how this specific ritual was a ritual to affect human consciousness and how the elites communicate to us using symbolism and numerology to have effects on our subconscious mind. I have a full breakdown inside my community, Ethereal Universe. In this video, I'm just going to give you some gems and some good information on numerology and symbolism. So, when we look at the desk of Charlie Kirk, we see these three caps, and they have the number 47 on. The number 47, remember, the subconscious mind takes everything as truth. Your conscious mind is your focus, your awareness, what you're aware of, your five senses. But the subconscious mind takes in everything. It scans the whole environment. It's always scanning the environment for threats, and it takes in everything. It absorbs everything. So the conscious mind sees this as 47, but the subconscious mind does not. The subconscious mind, let's say you're looking at a brick wall, your subconscious mind will count every single brick that is in the brick wall, and it already knows how many bricks are in the wall. So the subconscious mind sees this as 33. Why? Because 4 plus 7 is 11, and there are three 11s. So this is the number 33 we're looking at. 33 is heavily associated with occult and secret societies, not just Freemasonry, in worldwide traditions. But let's break down the number 33. What does it actually represent? Jesus is crucified at the age of 33, and then he is resurrected. Then we look into the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah is a Jewish mysticism system which teaches how God's consciousness filters down through 10 spheres, 22 pathways. So this is the sphere, this is a pathway, and one hidden sphere, which is located right here. So remember, 10 circles, 22 pathways, and one hidden sphere, which adds up to 33. But what is the Kabbalah? The Kabbalah is a universal blueprint of how consciousness, this sphere, filters down and creates the material plane. This sphere represents Malkuth, the material manifested world. This sphere represents pure consciousness. It's a blueprint of how consciousness manifests into physical reality. On a macrocosmic scale, the big scale, it represents how God's consciousness creates the natural material world, such as the stars, nature, the human body, and the macrocosm. But on a microcosmic scale, you are an essence of God. Your mind holds the same power that God's mind used to create the material world. But your mind is has the same power to create your own material world. You are in the world creating using the mind. The world is a manifested world of mind. It's a mental universe. Therefore, your mind is a small version of the God mind. So this is a blueprint of how consciousness becomes physical reality. Each sphere is a different condition of consciousness. If we look on the right side of the tree, this is the feminine forces of consciousness. If we look at the left side of the tree, this is the masculine forces of consciousness. And this is what we call the middle pillar, the pathway to the divine. So each sphere is a different stage or state of consciousness. Now, in Kabbalah, we can use this tree for many different things. I'm going to tie this in with the number 33 because this system shows how consciousness becomes physical reality, but it can also be used in the reverse. This sphere down here represents physical consciousness, only aware of the five senses. It's the base. It's only aware of earth, only aware with the ego, identifying with my body, identifying with the base consciousness, the animal state. But we can rise out of this state and align our mind with God's mind and allow God's mind and God's will to work through us. So we can raise our consciousness using this spiritual system of ascending back up the tree. Okay. So again, it's about death and resurrection. Just like Jesus dies and resurrects at the age 33, we can use this Jewish mysticism, the Kabbalah, to kill our lower self. Well, if we look at the Christian Bible, remove our ego to be spiritually reborn again, to align our mind with the higher mind, with the will of God. So it's about death of the old self to be reborn again spiritually, to rise to higher consciousness. So it's about death and rebirth. Again, Freemasons at the 33rd degree, they are reborn again at this degree. Ice turns into a liquid water at 33 degrees, symbolizing death and rebirth. Freemasons are also at the illuminated degrees of the Scottish Rite Freemasonry system at the 33rd degree. They become reborn again. As the knowledge they then possess, they are fully transformed internally. They've died, they've killed the ego, and they have resurrected through spiritual rebirth, mental rebirth. So the number 33 is about death and resurrection. It's about death and resurrection. This is a massive, massive thing within occultism and your spiritual journey. You have to kill the old self to then raise your consciousness to be spiritually reborn, because the ego and the lower self cannot be present in one's consciousness if they truly want to learn the secrets of occultism and the self. So 33 is about death and resurrection. Again, we see this number again, 33 hours after the shooting, the suspect was identified. 33. Pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. Again, so Charlie Kirk, this is why there is the number 33 here. This is 33. Because what is it? Charlie Kirk was shot dead, and he will be resurrected within the spirit realm. When we die, we transition into the astral plane. So it's about death and resurrection. You always see the number 33 when someone is being killed or something along them lines. So what does the number 47 represent? If we look at the Masonic compass, we see 47. It's set at 47 degrees. Charlie Kirk's last birthday on October 14th, 2024, to his death September 9th, 2025, the span was 47 weeks and 1 day. Sorry, no, September 10th. This is incorrect. September 10th is when he was killed, the day before 9/11. 47 weeks. There's the number 47 again. 4 plus 7 is 11, and 11 is another Masonic number. You can see the number 11 here with these two pillars, Jachin and Boaz. These represent the two forces of consciousness, the two ways consciousness expresses itself, the masculine and the feminine. Quickly, this represents what you can see, the masculine forces of consciousness, the willpower, the action, the material body, the external world, what you can visibly see. And the moon represents what we cannot see because it's in the darkness. This is the internal world. This is the internal world. So these Jachin and Boaz pillars representing the number 11 represent the two polar extremes of consciousness. But in other contexts, it represents extreme division. We don't want to be too masculine. We don't want to be too feminine. We need to become the middle pillar, just like the Kabbalah teaches, balancing the two masculine and feminine forces within the individual, balancing the logic with emotion, the imagination with action. So 11 represents pure division because it's two ones. It's division. They're divided. We need to become the middle. We need to be balanced. But the number 11 represents division. And this is exactly what I think Charlie Kirk was causing division. He was causing division between the left and the right, the red and the blue, Democrats, Republicans. It's why the number 11 here. Again, this incident caused so much division within comment sections. People were going crazy about his death, praising his death. It's all about division. These rituals are all about division. Now, I can't go too deep on that, but this is basically what I think I see in Charlie Kirk's death. And it goes very, very deep. But if you want the full breakdown of this, like I said at the beginning of the video, I've done a full breakdown of how this is ritual is used to basically mentally manipulate you. It is a ritual designed to shape the collective consciousness, and its effect is detrimental. I literally cannot talk about this on YouTube. So if you wish to have the full breakdown plus hundreds of hours of esoteric breakdowns, esoteric teachings that can fully transform your life, help you create your reality, help you master yourself, and create a better life, join Ethereal University. We have a great community. And I've put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this community, and it's a great place. I'll see you inside.